Hey guys, Chris with Fort Park Property Management and Real Estate here, talking to you about Strata today, Strata Council, how to maintain continuity in your Strata Council. So owners come and go, people maybe live in a condo for a few years, maybe a long time, but councils kind of come and go, and not everyone is going to be there forever. I know a lot of stratas have members that have been there for 20 or 30 years, but that is not necessarily the norm anymore. Very often when somebody moves, especially if that council member was a really prominent member in council, they held the position of president maybe for a long time and did a lot of work, it can create a bit of a gap and just a lack of, just a gap in the whole system. Which can be a problem. So here's some tips and tricks that you can use to maintain continuity, best practices in your Strata Corporation and your Strata Council, regardless of who's going to be on your council. So first one is just treat it like a business. Treat your Strata Corporation's affairs like any other business. If you're not a business owner, maybe that doesn't necessarily mean anything to you, but no well-run business should be completely dependent upon any one person. And if it is, your business is at risk, because if something happens to that person and that person does everything and knows everything, there's going to be a problem down the road, because people get sick, people get, people move, people whatever, and you do not want your business to be dependent on one single key person. Rotate Strata Council roles. So this is another good one. It's a good idea to rotate your treasurer role, your vice president, your president, your secretary, so that everyone on council gets familiar with the different roles, and you have multiple people that are qualified to do the different things. It really helps if you clearly define the roles in terms of who is doing what on your Strata Council, but this is going to, I know it's common for someone to just, okay, I'll be, treasurer for 5 years, but you're not doing yourself any favors doing it that way. Another thing you can do, eliminate the gatekeepers. So no single Strata Council member should have access to exclusive information that others don't have. How do you get around this? Well, instead of having everything on paper, have it stored digitally. Maybe you have a portal. Maybe it's with your Strata management company. Maybe it's on a Dropbox or Google Drive or Microsoft, something like that. So access to information, nobody should be the single source of access to information. Having one single Strata member do too much work is a problem. I mean, it's great, it saves the Strata money, and if they're happy to do it, but that can create a huge gap if that person moves, leaves council, gets sick, something like that. So you want to make it so that one single council member is irreplaceable. So spread the work around as best you can. And training successors. So you always want to be bringing in fresh blood, new people to council, and training people to eventually take these positions. So strong leaders are not leaders that just do everything themselves, keep all the information to themselves, and hoard things, right? That maybe keeps them at the top, and that works in a dictatorship or something like that, but a Strata Council should not be run as a dictatorship. It should be a democracy, and strong leaders train others, they groom others, and they train them and make others better. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're the Strata Council president or a long-serving member of Strata, you want to bring new fresh blood in, train others, make them better. These practices will help you maintain continuity in your Strata Corporation, and I hope that helps a little bit. Be sure to reach out if you have any questions, and please like and subscribe.